Grief can be one of life's most challenging emotions. It's complex and it stems from a lot of different things. You see, we as human beings, we don't want to let go of certain things. We don't want to let go of that relationship, that person, that job, that situation, that circumstance. But life continues to change. And one of the things we do in Qigong is witness and watch nature. Everything has its season. Everything grows, everything lets go, everything changes and transforms. In the fall, the leaves fall from the tree and fertilize the soil so that new energy can grow. So we want to be with our grief. We want to feel it. We want it to bring us closer to life, but we don't want it to be debilitating. We don't want it to wear us down. We don't want it to deplete us and not allow us to be the best version of ourselves as we move forth in our lives. And grief can teach us. Grief can be a great instructor on how to live more closely, how to appreciate life. In fact, we can transform our grief into gratitude. And gratitude for whatever it is that we feel that grief about, that loss, that person, that circumstance. We can grieve it deeply and we can really be with it. And all of a sudden, that letting go, that letting go of the old energy can transform into something new, from grief to gratitude to appreciation. You know, we've felt life deeply. We've experienced another person or a circumstance that really touched our hearts. And we can have gratitude for that, even in that grief. How do we move from grief to gratitude? How do we transform one energy to another? How do we be in the flow with what life is all about? Because life is about letting go, change, and transformation. And we look at nature, everything changes, seasons transform, and yet they come back around. And so when we let go of old energy, when we truly grieve it and let it go, a transformation can happen. And we develop new capabilities, new capacities within ourselves to be stronger and more enriched human beings. And this little routine that I'm going to show you can help us with that transformation. It can help us to feel in touch with our grief, to be with it, but not be overwhelmed by it, to really feel the transformation of grief into gratitude by working with energy. So let's start with some breathing. In Chinese medicine, grief is stored in the lungs, and you can see the position of somebody who is in grieving where their chest becomes deflated. The qi is deficient in the lungs. So when you breathe deeply and bring the qi back to the chest, all of a sudden the energy will start to move again. So let's do some deep, slow breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Inhale, start the breath in your belly, but then let it rise up to your chest. And then exhale all the way out. Grief in seasonal terms is related to the fall, the letting go, like the leaves falling from the tree and fertilizing the soil of the earth. So what I want you to do is inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose, and at the end of your exhale, we're just gonna, like the leaves falling from the tree, we're letting go, and we're being part of the flow of life. Change and transformation is always here. Your body changes, life changes, your emotions change, and we want that change to be continuous. And we want to change with life and with life's energy. And breathing can really help us to do so. So we're breathing deep. And as you exhale, first through the nose, and at the bottom of your exhale, we let it go like the leaves falling from the tree. And then we take that deep breath. Notice that when you exhale all the way out, when you've let go of the exhale, there's space to take in that new breath, for life to fill you back up, to be inspired. What's next? What wonderful things are around the corner for me? That's what the inhale allows you to breathe in. Breathe in that inspiration. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose, and then when you're ready, letting go. One more time. Now, some pressure points. We're going to massage right here under your collarbone. So if you feel your collarbone, go across, feel where it dips into the shoulder, go 1 inch below, and these are some great lung points. And we're just going to massage as you take those deep breaths. Little fingertip circles in this area. If it's tender, that's okay. You're kind of looking for those tender spots, and then you're breathing into it. As you massage, letting go. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Bottom of the exhale. Other side. Feel the collarbone. Feel where it dips into the shoulder pocket. Come down 1 inch. Massage. Look for a tender spot. And now breathe. This is a wonderful release valve of grief and sadness and despair. Press the point. Allows you to be with the grief, but not be overwhelmed by it. You allow excess energy to leave the body so that we can take that inhale again and be refreshed, renewed, and ready to move through life with greater capacities, with more compassion, a kinder heart, more inner peace. Now the lung meridian, it goes from where you were just rubbing all the way to your thumbs. So what we're going to do in this next exercise, we're going to inhale, open the hands, palms face down, touch first finger and thumb, exhale, and the hands come in. This is called soaring crane. Palms face down, nice deep breath. Open the chest, look up a little bit, touch first finger and thumb, sink the chest back. And inhale. Exhale. Sink your chest. Then expand the chest. Inhale that inspiration, that inner peace. Exhale the despair, the overwhelm, the grief. Inhale. We're refreshing the body's energy system. We're letting go, clearing, and then reorienting towards our inspirations. Inhale deeply, touch first finger and thumb. You exhale old energy out, but you hold, you're touching the first finger and thumb, you're holding the positive energy, what they call righteous Qi, your strength and power in. And inhale, touch first finger, thumb, exhale old energy out. Exhale the stale energy out. Inhale fresh energy. Keep that fresh energy. Hold on to that righteous Qi, that empowering energy. Inhale. Exhale. Now let's take it a little deeper. Exhale here. Now turn and open your hands and send positive healing energy to your lungs, right here to your chest, and then push away. And start again. Inhale. Inspiration fills you up. Exhale, releasing old energy, stale energy out. Inhale, infuse your body with healing. And then push away anything that's heavy or weighted. Deep breath. Exhale, releasing that grief, letting it flow. Inhale, fill up with healing energy. Feel your own strength and power. Push away the despair. Inhale. Bring in that inspiration. Bring in that breath. Exhale, letting go of the despair. Infusing yourself with healing energy. Push away grief and despair. Deep breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now open the hands and hold just a few inches from your chest and imagine your lungs filled up with white light. So close your eyes. Feel that white radiant light filling up your chest, filling back up with your energy, your strength and your power, your ability to feel life deeply, but not be overwhelmed by it. Feeling a sense of gratitude for experiencing life, filling up with inspirations, knowing that energy is always changing and that you can flow with those changes and transformations. Slowly bring your hands down to your sides. Take a couple of slow breaths. Close your eyes. Notice how you feel. I hope that felt good. Those are tools and techniques that are so empowering for us to go through change and transformation, to truly let go of one type of energy and bring in another. I'm teaching a Qigong for grief workshop. Check the notes below. There's more information on it. In the workshop, there's more pressure points, there's more flows, there's more routines, there's more meditation to help us move through grief with power and inner peace. Thanks so much. Stay in the flow.